Okay, this is second part of Wendy's confidence booster. And if you remember the last time that, she did a lot of moving around and everything. So we've got quite a few improvements going. So I want to show you how much more she has improved from the last time. And it's nice improvement, very happy with what she's doing, very relaxed. Nice thing, I prepped her up this morning, cleaning her up and getting the cockleburrs out of her mane and everything else. She's one of the nicest, cleanest horses that you could ever find. Very clean on herself. So the first thing is that I'm just going to drop the rope. I'm going to make my approach. Now if you remember the last time, she moved around. Now you see her bring her head in, okay? The only reason why she's doing that, licking and chewing, very good, that's what we want right there, is so that she's still a little bit tentative about me coming around her. But she didn't really move a lot, and she's very, very animated. She wants to touch, she wants to see, and she wants to please. She really does. Alright, now I'm going to go around to the other side. And remember the last time I did this, how she swung her butt away from me. Now here she goes again. She backs up again a little bit. But that's alright. That's fine. So that's a vast, vast improvement over the last time. I'm going to take the rope off and let's see what she does without having the rope on her. Because I did it both ways in the last video. Okay? So let's see what she does now. Same thing. Now she knows she can leave. It's just like in the last video. She did leave and she went towards the gate. But I kind of pursued her on that by approaching her at the gate. But you see what she's doing. She's backing up again. That's alright. Freedom of movement, very important for her. And to be able to look and see just exactly what I'm doing. But when you're consistent in doing these things, you can only get better at it. She can only get better at it. She can build that confidence up and not feel threatened. Backing up, that's fine. I'm not going to stop her. I want her to do that because she's still tentative. There'll be a day that I'll just go ahead and move around her. She won't even think twice about it. So that's pretty much about what I've done to get her confidence built up. And you can't really work with a horse if you can't even walk from one side to the other. There's no sense in even trying to work with the horse until you can get that horse to trust you enough to do that. Of course, that's my opinion. I always felt that I should be able to go from that left ear all the way around to the right and then back again and have little upset, little like, oh, I'm really scared, what are you doing, I'm not sure, moving away from me and all that. So if you look at Wendy's Confidence 1 and you look at this, you're going to see a big difference. Alright, now what we're going to do in the next video is going to be Wendy's story. Okay, good. And that was good, because that's pretty much what I did. Okay. Okay. Alright, this is going to be Wendy's story. I've been working with this little mare for about 2.5 years. It'll be 3 years in August. And she came with some damaged goods. That's damaged goods. Definitely abuse. There's a ridge on her nose going across like that could only really be caused, I feel, with a stud chain. I do have an eyewitness account of somebody trying to ride her and what she did. And it's pretty remarkable that this guy didn't get hurt that was trying to ride her. Because she came straight up, reared straight up, and one time she fell over backwards, and then another time she went straight up. She came down off to her side and tried to roll and just try to crush this guy. Well, no doubt this guy really felt more like a predator to her, and that's what they do. That's how they can. That's the only way they can get this predator off their back. If you've watched Flicka, the movie, and you see that mountain lion get up on that horse. What did that horse do? Instinctively reared up, came down, tried to roll, get that mountain lion off her back. That's a predator move. Well, we do the same thing. We become predators when we get up on their back, unless we can get that trust. Too important to not have that trust to get up on any horse. If you don't have a horse that trusts you, I wouldn't get up on it. There's no way. I'd have to get that horse to trust me. So what I'm going to show you today, if you've seen Wendy's Confidence Booster 1 and 2, that was a big step in me moving around her body. Now I'm going to show you some of the games that I've been playing with her and picking up her feet, cleaning them out, and I also trim her feet too. That took a long time in the making too. So I'm going to approach her, I'm going to walk her around a little bit, and then I'm going to go ahead and clean her feet out. And then I'm going to take my carrot stick and I'm going to start playing some games with her on the carrot stick. Now when I approach so that she can see me. Their horses are off to the side, so they have great peripheral vision. When I approach her, I always approach from the shoulder to the head and stay in between, so she doesn't have to make a whole lot of movement to see that I'm coming up on her. And they say, oh, you should never walk behind the horse. Well, that's true if you're going to come directly up behind them and surprise them. Then if you get kicked, then you pretty much deserve what you get, because you need to always be aware of where they're facing, what their attention span is if they're looking at something when you make the approach. Now she didn't even move a muscle and she saw me coming from way over there. So I'm going to walk her around a little bit. Now notice that when I walk, I keep her at a pretty good distance. I hold the rope in my right hand and I have my pinky to the head in my left hand. The reason why I do this is so that if the horse should spook at something and she has to move away, she won't be dancing on top of me. She'll move away. I can make my move depending on which direction she's moving, and I can also go ahead and switch hands with the rope. Notice I'm not pulling her, okay? We've been working hard on this for a couple of years, and what she is actually doing is she's actually treating me like another horse as the alpha, and she's letting me be the one in charge. She's safe, she's comfortable, and hopefully we'll get that confidence going again too. So there's no yanking, pulling, or jerking, or anything like that. I'm just walking very normal, very relaxed, and just having my friend with me right here. So when we go through the gate, it's the same thing. I'm going to show you how we work the gate.